Fantasy football. It's time, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't play fantasy football.
You would enjoy it.
Why do you think that?
Well, because it would wrap you into more of the games for all the other teams as well. Like Football Sunday would literally...
Because you've got a vested interest in other teams that you wouldn't necessarily care about?
Yeah, for example, like obviously I'm a Charger fan, but my fantasy football team, I have Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback. I have Cooper Kupp from the Rams as my wide receiver. I've got Mike Williams from the Chargers as another wide receiver, and then so on. So you root for different players on different teams.
So what happens if one of those names you just read wins, or their team wins? You get something?
You get points for the passes that they complete. So if let's say Cooper Kupp scores a touchdown, then I get points.
So you're really playing with a lot of different teams.
You really are. And sometimes like some of your players, like if I'm at a Charger game and they're playing, let's say like this weekend they're playing the Raiders, and I think I might have the Raiders defense or something.
But those are your Chargers, so you're actually rooting against your own team?
It's weird. Well, obviously I want the Chargers to win, but in fantasy purposes, I want the Raiders defense to crush the Chargers. It's a very it gets confusing.
And so what happens when you accumulate all the points? Can you cash your tickets in for a teddy bear or something?
You get, in our Kiss FM league, we have rings. We have Super Bowl rings that we get, presented at the end of the season.
I was looking for your theme song.
We need to make an LA one. This one's vintage. This is just it is classic.
We have Ram It for Melton for the other LA team.
Yeah.
I had no idea when Elton recorded this he was going to have a hit with Britney Spears today.
Yeah.
You got to listen to this. It gets better here. Listen.
We will be rocking in LA, so let's ram it today. Let's ram it.
And then he drops an F-bomb. Here it comes.
We are gonna ram it.
Come on, Elton John.
Ram it. Everybody ram it. We'll be rocking in LA. Say hello to the Rams today and ram it.
Yeah.
Ram it. Ram it.
Home opener for the Rams tonight.
I can't believe I actually asked Elton John to sing that. The fact that he took it serious, the fact he did it.
And took it seriously.
How brave I was feeling that day. Hey, Elton, before you go, do you mind real quick singing Ram It?
100%. 100%.
So the Rams kicking off the season.
Mm-hmm.
And Google this. I think Elton John's playing. Is he playing Dodger Stadium in November? Elton John.
Oh.
And you got to think, if he's in L.A., does Britney come out? Does Dua Lipa come out?
Gosh, that would be amazing.
November 19th, Dodger Stadium, Elton John.
Are you going to that?
I want to.
No.
The reason it's on my mind is because I was looking at when he's going to be in town.
TBD.
Okay, so anyway, you're into fantasy football, and Robbie's into fantasy football, Tanya?
Yes, he's obsessed with it. There was this meme going around that was oh, your boyfriend's a doctor. Well, mine coaches a fantasy football players for 4 months of the year.
How do you coach things that don't exist?
No, they do exist. You become a football coach is essentially what it is.
Are you playing on a screen?
You manage these teams.
So I don't know how this works, but the other night he's had this league with his boys since they were in high school.
Yeah.
So he does it with his boys every year. They go to a bar and they just do it. They would do it from 7:30 to 10:30.
It's 3 hours.
They
When you do a
drafted,
live draft in person, it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got enough on my plate.
I know. I don't get it. But you know what I
It's so
realized
much
this year
fun.
is I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna make my own team. And I'm gonna beat him. So I'm gonna pick the best player.
How are you going to pick the best players?
Wait, you have your own league with your girls or something?
No, it's gonna be my own team, just my own.
In
No, I
his
thought
league.
you have to play with the league.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. I don't want to do.
You need to be in a league.
I don't have a league to be in.
So therefore you can't play.
No, that's not fair. I can't.
No,
That's not a thing.
You can play house. House is much easier to play.
No, and it's his league with his boys, so I'm not gonna get into infiltrate.
Well,
the
why
league
can't you play in the Kiss League? Isn't there a Kiss League?
Because
You
I
can't get in.
Oh.
Yeah, John Parr was on the waiting list for 5 years.
What do you mean
John
can't get in? How can you not get into our league? I don't understand this concept.
Well, I'm gonna win all of you because I'm gonna create the best team
You
possible.
cannot create a team
in my
without
own
a league.
I'm gonna create my own modern woman league, and I'm
then
gonna
you
beat
have
all
to
of
have
you.
other players be in your league. You can't be the only person in your league. You have to have other players. So therefore, it's a fair advantage to have different players on different teams.
You can call Doug Flutie and see if you guys join a league together. What was that?
Ooh, yeah, I was like, who is that?
I'm just thinking about. Remember, Mark, when Doug Flutie went to the other league?
Well, he was a Heisman Trophy winner with Boston College.
Right, but then he went from the NFL to what's
the
basically
CFL.
This CFL, yes, to Tanya's league.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can do the TFL.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? Watch me now. You laugh now, and then I'm gonna beat you in my own league.
It doesn't work that way because anybody could draft the perfect team, quote unquote. Because
Then why don't you?
you can't?
Because you can't, because you got to be in a league where you're competing for the draft.
Yes, when you have a
Like, if
draft,
one's
you have to take
taken,
turn. You have to go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Yeah, there's only so many out there. You can't just create your own.
Can you do like
stage.
2 people in a league? Because I'll do me and Sonny.
You could probably do as little as 6. 6
Six?
people in a league, probably.
We got JoJo, Chewy, Jesse, Beata. I'm out. I don't want any part of this league.